The National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency has made a lot of changes recently around how it manages data. It's created a data core, launched an open data platform, and fostered some close partnerships with the private sector. Here, a closer look at the cyber implications for those changes and strategies to maximize the benefits. Here now, Matt Connor, Chief Information Security Officer at the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency, and Gary Newgaard, Vice President of Public Sector at Pure Storage. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. Matt, I want to start with you. Tell me about your priorities right now at NGA.
Thanks, Francis. It's a privilege to be here. It's an exciting time for NGA. We just released our 2025 strategy, which focuses our attention on a handful of priorities, among them automation, augmentation, artificial intelligence. Growing our workforce and building a data core and dev core, brokering content from suppliers, global, domestic, and partners. Just a really exciting time for NGA.
That's an interesting position for an organization in the intelligence community to be in, to be a broker of information. Tell me about how that posture, the reception and distribution of information, affects the way that you think about your cybersecurity posture.
In every way, really. I mean, we're talking about guaranteeing trust for our key product. As the national system for GeoInt and the functional manager for that system, and for the allied system of GeoInt, people look to NGA for trust. They look for authoritative reference to the products that they need based on their mission, based on their circumstance, and many people are unaware that NGA has a huge intersection with public, federal, non-governmental organizations, academia, and industry, in addition to of course, our key roles as a warfighter support and combat support agency.
Yes, as Matt was talking about how cybersecurity links to their mission, Gary, you were kind of nodding your head in agreement. What did you hear there that's common with the experiences that you have with other organizations in government?
So across the federal government and across public sector, it's always about the mission. So you have to protect the data, ensure that it's not compromised as you're sharing the data to yield faster results. I mean, at the end of the day, speed is a currency, data is a currency, and being able to bring those together to truly make a difference in an outcome where time matters. And in the mission, time always matters.
The kind of the overarching framework for that over the last maybe year to 2 years has become NIST's risk management framework. It's the gold standard now, both in government and outside government. Gary, I'll start with you on this one. What do you see as maybe the approach that an organization takes successful to work within that framework and make it work for them?
Well, I think at Pure, our mission is to ensure that it's easy for our customers to deploy. Our products are designed from the start to be compliant with the NIST standards, FIPS 140-2. So as you have that out of the box, it's one less thing to worry about, whether it's the data at rest or global encryption. And so we believe that the data we should get out of the silos and get into a hub strategy where the data is available 24/7, not in different silos, because it becomes very challenging to use the tool sets and the application software that we all are embracing that are changing and evolving. So you may have a new application come in tomorrow, but if you try and get that data from 5 different silos, it becomes totally ineffective.
Matt, has the concept of a risk management framework been difficult to evangelize in an intelligence organization?
Not as such. I think most decision makers, most leaders recognize risk management as a key part of any operation. Our challenge is to move the risk management framework from a process and paper approach to automated decisions at the speed of mission, really. And as Gary was talking a moment ago about speed, I mean, speed is one of our paramount priorities, delivering that information to someone downrange, ships at sea and planes in the air. So what we're really pursuing right now, in hot pursuit really of, is our ATO in a day strategy. That's an authorization to operate within a day, and it's from code creation all the way to production. We've reached an ATO in 3 days, ATO in 5 days, and 1 day is within our sight. We do that by automating body of evidence creation, automating control allocation, verification, control validation, and really trying to give customers, our programs, the TurboTax experience for cybersecurity.
Gary, what are the most important tools that agencies can leverage to gain that speed, whether it's speed like Matt's talking about, speed as you alluded to a moment ago, whether it's anything, it doesn't matter. Where can agencies make up ground quickly to be able to leverage speed as an asset?
Well, as I said, typically people will take, a slice of data, a period of time, 3, 4, 6 months, whatever, and then they'll put it into cold storage, and then it takes forever to draw that data back. So you've lost the effectiveness of the tool set. You want to be able to analyze as much data as possible in the shortest period of time, because most likely a breach, and I think you'll probably agree with this, the breach may have occurred 4 months ago, 6 months ago, and if you don't have visibility back into that, you've lost the war. You've already been compromised, and you have no ability to remedy it.
I want to go back to your 2025 strategy for a moment. You talked about some of the things that are kind of on your mind that will be in the forefront as you move forward toward that date. Automated intelligence and some of the other buzzwords that we hear. How do all of those fit, in your view, with cybersecurity posture of an organization like NGA 7 years from now?
I mean, that type of automation, that type of augmentation is really the only way we'll succeed in a cybersecurity mission. I think cybersecurity at this point and going forward is essentially a data science challenge, extracting data, extracting intelligence from all that raw telemetry. And you can only do that at scale with automated means, machine learning and artificial intelligence. And most of our vendor community right now, I mean, that's certainly a component of most solutions that are offered us, and certainly the things that we're building now to capitalize on machine learning specifically when it comes to talking about parsing that data and extracting actual relevant content.
Gary, a lot of people have talked about the potential for things like automated intelligence, machine learning, and so on to accelerate the ability of agencies to be more secure. What are some specific applications that you expect to see? Fewer people have talked about the specifics of how that happens.
The applications is being able to get to a point where the automation is occurring. And we're just on the cusp, okay, of really a title, not a title change, because it's going to be a rising of the sea, and being able to use machines to augment the human element. And a machine can go through this data, learn as it goes through that data, and then get those results into a human to make a choice. And the faster we can do that, the better off we're going to be.
I just think that one of the things that we don't talk about very often with respect to artificial intelligence specifically, but at least this whole space is the increase in attack surface that AI itself represents. Like any new technology, and generally you talked earlier about assets and liabilities. I think we look at artificial intelligence in many ways like a panacea, I think there's a tendency for us all to run towards the ball. I think that we need to be doing that very carefully, very considered. We mentioned cyber labs and cyber ranges. I mean, I hope that as we all approach artificial intelligence at scale, we're deliberate, we're careful, we're evaluating the data against the hype, and finding the right applications for it, because it's pretty easy to buy into the marketing slicks.
Matt, Gary, thanks both very much for
You're
joining
welcome.
me. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with commentary from Steve Vito.
Entrepreneurial Government is brought to you by Pure Storage. Download the Merit Talk Federal AI Disruptive Study at purestorage.com.